Wagwan people, we are back at it again with another video. It's not looking good. Hasn't been looking good. It's just problems everywhere you look at Chelsea Football Club. Within problems, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Beaten by Brentford 2-0. Stung by the bees. Last season they beat us 4-1 at home. This season they beat us 2-0. It's not quite as bad, but stung by the bees nonetheless. It's not the one. It's not the one. And I think I need to mention somebody here, very, very important, a contributing factor to the state of disaster that we are in. Mr. Todd Bowley. Where you at, Todd? Where you at, bruv? You have succeeded in your mission as an agent of the Matrix to capitulate the state of Chelsea Football Club and take us from being one of the elites to nothing but a nonsense team, a nonsense football club at the moment. So well done to you, Todd. You really succeeded in your mission because, we were doing well before you came around, bro. I won't lie, we were doing well. Yes, in the league, like we would have our peaks, when we're finishing third in the league, right? Things are looking good. We'd have our troughs where we're finishing like 5th or so, 6th or so, but 11th, bro. At this stage in the season is mad. It's mad, bro. So yeah, shout out to you, Todd. You've succeeded in your mission of capitulating the football club. And it all started with sacking Mr. Thomas Tuchel, right? Now I'll admit, towards the end of last season, results were declining, performances were declining, facts, right? This season, at the beginning, there were struggles, right? He had issues himself. I can acknowledge that. But if you look at where we are right now, if we didn't get some of the points that we got under Thomas Tuchel, we would be in a relegation fight right now. Right now, we are the worst team in the league, bro. We are the worst team in the league. And that's so ironic considering that we spent 600 million pounds in one season on transfers. But then again, was that money spent wisely? Nah. Well, right now it doesn't look like it was spent wisely, first of all. And second of all, what do you expect when players have to adapt to 3 different managers within the time period of one season? One season, they're having to deal with Thomas Tuchel tactics. Next, it's Graham Potter tactics. Next is Frank Lampard tactics. Like, what do you expect, other than what we're currently witnessing? It's not good, fam. It's not good. In terms of Lampard, now let's get into him. With him, my beef with him is that he's not a good football manager, bro. He's not good. He's not good. He doesn't deserve to manage a football team ever again. After this, never again. And hiring him was such an awful decision, bro. This man got sacked by Everton, Everton. It's not like he was at, I don't know, let's say, maybe he was at Brighton for a while. He was doing well. And then they just decided to part ways with him. And then Chelsea thought, you know what, he could be a good interim. No, dog, no. This man got sacked. He got sacked by the likes of Everton. And Todd Bowley thought, okay, this guy could come and coach the team. He's what we need to turn things around. 5 losses on the bounce. Still waiting for that manager bounce, in football, when a new manager comes in and the team has not been doing well, and all of a sudden they're winning games. They're on a winning streak, 6-7 games. You understand what I'm saying? Still waiting on you, Frank, 5 losses on the bounce. That tells us all we need to know about him as a manager. He's not good enough. And the main reason he's not good enough is very simple. There's no plan. There is no plan of action. In the first half of this game, right? Chelsea v Brentford, you could see that for a large portion of the first half, Chelsea were under pressure from Brentford and they couldn't play out. Why couldn't they play out? Because there's no plan of action. What you had was, you had a back 3 of Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah and Wesley Fofana, right? And then you had wingbacks Aspi and Chilwell. Then you had a midfield 3 of Mateo Kovacic, N'Golo Kante and Enzo Fernandez. And then the 2 in front of them were what's his name? Conor Gallagher and Raheem Sterling. Now, if you look at that, right, that midfield three looks strong, but you need to remember that none none of those three are really creative players who are gonna create big chances for you. It's not gonna happen really. You understand what I'm saying? Enzo, he has good passing range. Now and then he could create a good chance for you, but he's still young, he's still learning. We can't be relying on him. You understand what I'm saying? Kovacic, he's a fighter, he's a ball carrier, but he's not a creative player. Ngolo Kante has the most energy of any midfielder ever. He will help the team win back the ball in very critical situations. He'll help the team progress. With his work on the ball, even if it's not fancy, just carrying the ball forward. He'll do that, but he's not a creative player like that, right? So with no creative player in the midfield, who's gonna create the chances? Then you look to Gallagher. He's not even a conventional attacker. You know what I'm saying? Like his biggest what do they call this? His biggest strength is pressing. His pressing ability. That's it. He can shoot as well, but he only does it now and then. Then Raheem Sterling. What do you expect from Raheem Sterling, bro? When he doesn't have quality attackers around him, like what do you truly expect from him? Nothing, you see. So we had no plan, you know. And when you don't have a plan like that, obviously a well-coached team, a well-drilled team, they're gonna really put you under a lot of pressure. And that's what Brentford did for a majority of the first half. The majority of the first half was stinky by Chelsea because even when we relieved the pressure and we were attacking Brentford, there was still no structure to our play. It's like we're just playing free form. There's no plan of action. Like, okay, you get the ball, you pass it out wide. The wide player receives the ball, take on a man, beat him, okay, bring the ball back inside. Nothing like that. No plan of action, just freestyling. You understand what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that was not good for us. And even though Brentford were attacking us, they weren't able to create any clear-cut goal-scoring chances. But because we're Chelsea, right, we give them a corner, right, they put a ball into the box, decent delivery. One of their players gets their head on it. But that header was not goal-bound until, of course, it hits Asby and goes into the back of the net. It's 1-0 Brentford at that point. And you're looking at it, you're thinking as a Chelsea fan, it's over, bro. Because as much as you want to stay hopeful, already we had no plan. At 0-0, we had no plan to score. We're not looking like scoring. Now the opposition have scored. It looks even bleaker. The picture looks even bleaker. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Then we will go into the second half, right? And immediately Lampard makes two changes. He puts on, what's his name? Mikhailo Mudryk and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He takes off Conor Gallagher and Asby, right? Cool. Now, I would say this was an inspired these were inspired changes to an extent. Why? Because in the second half, early on in the second half, Chelsea came out looking strong. And a big part of that is due to Mikhailo Mudryk. He was electric today. He was sensational, in terms of performance that he put on the second half. I really loved what I saw. And I'm just thinking at the end of the game, what if he started the game? What if we started the game in this manner instead of having Gallagher up top? Like, to do what, bro? What if we started with Mudryk playing how he was playing? Maybe things could have been different, no? And also, you could see that having a focal point, a striker, traditional number 9 like Aubameyang, it helped because it seemed like there was more of a plan. You understand what I'm saying? It seemed like, okay, we have a focal point. Now we have someone to target in our play, when we're crossing the ball into the box. Instead of just crossing and hoping, right, for no reason, now we actually have somebody to aim for. It aided us, it helped us. But unfortunately, Chelsea did what they did. Well, they did what they do, playing well and all that, but they weren't able to capitalize, fam. We weren't able to create a clear-cut goal-scoring chance and take it. Aubameyang had a few chances here and there where I feel like he should have done better, in terms of testing the keeper more or even scoring. But then again, he hasn't had minutes like this entire season. He's been deprived of minutes this entire season. So what do you expect? It's a player who's probably not fully fit. not fully sharp because of the lack of game time. Like, what do you expect, bro? You know, so I'm not even too mad at him. And he actually put in an effort. I'm not gonna look at him for this, you know. So the game went on, and we're playing like relatively well going forward, whatnot. But again, lack of clear cut goal scoring chances. So yeah, it was looking like it was gonna be tough, you know. And the second half is going on. It's going on and it's going on, right? And I'm just thinking, okay, we made subs, right? Mudrik and Aubameyang, and they have had an impact. Cool. Why don't we make more subs? João Felix is sitting on the bench. For what reason, fam? For what reason is he sitting on the bench? Put him on. Put him in the number 10 role. Maybe he can do something for us, you know? Take off, I was thinking, take off Raheem Sterling, especially after you could see he was moving with a little bit of uncomfort, right, towards the end. I don't know exactly what happened, but he didn't look comfortable, maybe a slight knock or something like that. But either way, I was thinking, take him off, put on Noni Madueke, let's see what happens, bro, you know? And I was thinking this to myself, but time is going on, Lampard is not changing anything, time is going on, still not changing, okay. And then, as he's about to bring on João Felix and Noni Madueke, Brentford score. And that was like, yeah, that's what you deserve, Lampard. Brian Mbeumo put the ball away with great aplomb, and it's just like, you know what? This is what Lampard deserves, because why is he waiting until the 78th minute to make another attacking change when we are goal behind already, you know? And obviously his changes had an effect, but they didn't have enough of an effect to get us a goal, you know, or 2 goals. So why is he not making further changes before the 78th minute? Doesn't make sense, does it? So yeah, I think when Mbeumo scored, we got what we deserved. And that, bro. And after that, you could see supporters leaving the stands. And personally, I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because they set aside their time on a Wednesday evening to go watch that. They pay money to go watch that. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Less of that. Less of that, bro. Like, already, for me personally, as a uni student, I feel robbed of my time, because I dedicated my time to this team and they gave me such a performance. Fuck that, bro. Yeah, nah. Nah, 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 nah. It's not on, you know. What Chelsea are doing is not on. So they need to pattern up, and that, um, yeah, they need to pattern up. This is not okay. Boldly, bro, I think you need to go look in the mirror and say, you know what? I have messed up. I need to change, right? What I've done so far is not good for the football club. I need to ask people who know about football what needs to be done to fix this team, and I'm going to listen to them. I'm not going to be arrogant, think I know everything, that I can do everything myself. No, I'm going to turn to people who actually know about the game, ask for their advice and their help, and take that all day long, fix this team. Okay, guys, that's all I have to say. There might be another video tomorrow. We'll see. I'll try to make another video tomorrow. If I make another video tomorrow, best believe it's going to be good. Best believe it will be good. Peace, people.